What's up everybody, Xaenca here, welcome to another WWE Mayhem video. So Wildcard Week is here and with it come Wildcard events, so for this video we're going to be taking a look at this Smackdown London Wildcard event. For the rewards, beginner gives us 250 event keys, 175 2-star keys, 50 and 3-star keys, 100 Smackdown live keys, and 10 gold bars. Normal gives us 500 event keys, 33 star keys, 150 Smackdown live keys, 325 2-star keys, and 20 gold bars. And Superstar gives us 750 event keys, 45 3-star keys, 225 Smackdown live keys, 575 2-star keys, and 30 gold bars. So if I'm remembering this correctly, this is identical to last week's rewards, and it doesn't look like they took any of the player feedback into account. They're still choosing to give us complete and total garbage, and I don't know anymore, because last time this happened, like I said, they changed their mind after a week because of all the outcry, and now they just don't care anymore, so we're stuck with garbage rewards for SmackDown and Raw at least. But I'm gonna do this event anyway, so we have something to do while taking a look at the event schedule for this week. So I'm gonna do the beginner and normal difficulties off camera, then we'll do the superstar difficulty together. So I will see you in a future where that is ready to happen. So beginner and normal difficulties are complete, let's jump into the superstar difficulty. So this is our team. We got Sting, Kane, Ric Flair, Bray Wyatt, and Goldust. So basically each one is going to get roughly 2 matches each unless we complete both of their finishers in the same match. Move on to the next one at that point. So Goldust versus Randy Orton. It's time once again to take a look at the event schedule for this week, and this time it reads, "Hello Mayhemers, welcome to Wildcard Week. Time to break out your Wildcard Superstars and get into the fight. And don't forget, May 19th. As usual, all week we have the sampler running. Monday we have the Smackdown Wildcard, which we're doing right now, as well as the Cash Tag Team Wildcard and Brawler Daily. Tuesday we have the NXT 3 and 4 star and the Wildcard Daily. Wednesday we have Icons Wildcard and the Technician Daily. Thursday we have Health Rumble Wildcard, Mayhem 1 and 2 star and the Powerhouse Daily. Friday we have Raw Recap Wildcard and the High Flyer Daily. Saturday we have Kane Rumble Wildcard, Smackdown Live Recap Wildcard, Overdrive Power Puncher, and the Showman Daily. And on Sunday we have Earn Kane Event, Raw Wildcard, and the United Daily. So unfortunately for the new players to the game, we have another class restricted week happening, which I've already voiced my concerns about these class restricted weeks in the previous videos, talking about it's not really inclusive to the new players, and I hope they don't do this for the following weeks after, because we already had Technician Week, now we're having Wildcard Week. If they do another class restricted week, I would be surprised if new players end up staying because they can't participate in anything. Like I said before, it's fine to do it once in a while, once in a blue moon kind of a thing, do the class restrictions for the week, but if you do it like week after week, like they're doing right now, that's still acceptable, kind of, not really to the new players, but still kind of acceptable. But if you do another week after this, ooh, that is pushing it, man. Well, we'll see. I mean, right now they're doing a wildcard restriction, and it's revolving around the whole Kane thing, and they're basically saying like, oh, remember May 19th? If you're not familiar with the whole May 19th Kane thing, I would look it up. It's pretty absurd. It's one of the more absurd storylines the WWE has ever done, but they're doing a play on that with this week's event schedule, so let's take a look at the event schedule as it is. So like I said, we're doing the Smackdown Wildcard right now. We also have the Cash Tag Team Wildcard, which the cash events are pretty good in that we get to replenish our cash. It gives a decent amount, like 15k for the superstar difficulty, for instance. We all need it. We all need to upgrade our superstars. It is a decent thing. They should probably do these every week. For Tuesday, we have the NXT 3 and 4 star, which, if last week is any indication, I don't know if they've fixed these events yet. It's not going to be as good as we once believed it was. Last week's NXT event was the worst event I've ever seen, so hopefully they've fixed that. We have to wait and see until tomorrow, but hopefully they've fixed that. Wednesday we have the Icons Wildcard, which last week's Icons event, even though the rewards for the events were nerfed, it still gave the Icons keys, so at least we have that to look forward to. Hopefully they've bumped up their rewards a little bit. Thursday we have Health Rumble, which I'm assuming is going to be a Royal Rumble themed health event, which usually gives premium keys and health items. I don't know if because of the nerf they're going to get rid of their premium keys. We'll have to wait and see in that regard. We have the Mayhem 1 and 2 star as well, which is probably going to be terrible. Regardless of the nerf or not, the 1 and 2 star events are usually terrible. On Friday, we have the Raw Recap Wildcard, which, if Monday's Smackdown Wildcard event is any indication of the Raw and SmackDown events moving forward, it's still going to be pretty terrible, which is pretty unfortunate because this is the one the player base was most vocal about as far as the backlash for the rewards last week. The Raw and SmackDown events went from basically giving like 4-star keys, a few hundred 3-star keys, and 1 to 1.5 Raw or SmackDown loot cases, to what you saw earlier when I started out the SmackDown event, where it gives like no 4-star keys, 93 star keys, some 2-star keys, and like around 400 SmackDown keys for this, so I'm assuming it's going to be 400 Raw keys for the Raw event, which is complete and total garbage. Of all the changes that Reliance Games has made to this game, this is probably one of the bigger slaps to the player base's face. If ever you wanted to pinpoint one thing where you're like, yeah, these bastards don't really care about the player base, that would be one of the main ones to point at. But moving on Saturday we have the Kane Rumble Wildcard, which again is another Royal Rumble themed event, so that should be pretty easy to do. They have not really made any changes to that match type to make it any more difficult, so it's still the same. Just gotta land the 2-gauge ring toss move, and easy wins for all. We also have the SmackDown Live Recap Wildcard, which I just talked about with the Raw Recap Wildcard. Same opinion on that. We have Overdrive Power Puncher. I have no idea what this means. I really don't. Yeah, so we gotta wait and see what Power Puncher means. But it's an Overdrive event, so I'm assuming it's gonna be revolving around Overdrive keys. Not the greatest, but whatever. And then on Sunday we have Earn Kane Event, so that's probably going to be a different version of Kane, probably going to be the unmasked Kane if I had to guess. Some people have speculated that it's going to be the 3-star that we already have in the game, which is kind of ludicrous if that's going to be the case. They also said that, oh, it might be the 4-star Kane that's already in the game, which is never going to happen. I'm sorry to break it to you, but that's not going to happen. Only way that would ever happen is if they release 5 stars, then the 4 stars are no longer the highest tier, but they're not going to release the highest tier superstars as free rewards for an event. It's Reliance Games, you have to keep that in mind. It's just not something they would ever do. So like I said, my guess it's going to be a different version of Kane, unmasked probably, and I'm hoping that it's something like The Undertaker where the alternate version of the character does not have the slow strikes, because they have the Dead Man Taker, the 3-star one that we got a while back, that is the alternate version of The Undertaker that has the fast strikes. So I'm hoping they do something like that where the alternate version of Kane has the fast strikes, but we'll have to wait and see as far as that goes. And then I think this might be a typo, but it says Raw Wildcard, so if that's real, then are they starting out another Wildcard week after this one? 2 weeks of Wildcard? I'm hoping that that's not the case. I'm hoping this is a typo. I'm hoping they mean something else entirely, but it says Raw Wildcard. Yeah, I hope not. So that's it for the event schedule for this week. One thing I want to point out is last week they did not mention they were going to do a quest, but they ended up doing one anyway, so maybe we'll get a quest. And they have not done any kind of secret events in a long time, which I'm hoping they do because those are always fun to see. I'm kind of surprised they've kind of held back on those considering the positive feedback, because it's like an extra thing for us to do that we did not expect. It's one of the only positive things really Reliance Games has done recently, so I'm surprised they have not done any lately. Or maybe I'm not surprised. It is Reliance Games. It seems like their goal is to piss everybody off, so whatever positive feedback they get, they're like, oh, let's stop doing that. Okay, so that's it for the event schedule. Like I said, let's go ahead and finish this event out so we can open some loot. So choosing to go for the single bar reversal here, just trying to get him low so when we finally do go for the Scorpion Deathlock, it's going to be a tap out. So here it is, and now he's guaranteed to tap out. There's nothing he can do about it. I don't even need to play the minigame. Tap out, bruh. And Sting moves on. So the last match is against AJ Styles. Let's see what kind of offer he gives us. Hopefully something good. Let's see. Oh my god, that's terrible. Who would pay $300 for this? Alright, for the championship. Still need to land the Powerplex, so we're gonna do that. As well as the Stinger Splash. Missing 2 moves that we need to land here. And there's the Stinger Splash, so we have that in our back pocket. We're probably going to use that first, actually. And then we'll finish him with the Powerplex. So the reason I went for the 2-gauge move is his bar is just underneath the 2nd gauge right there, so I figured he wouldn't reverse, which he didn't, so that worked out. Not the safest way of doing things, but it's fine. And he's probably, I was going to say, he's probably going to nail us with the Sunset Assault, but it doesn't matter. It's not going to cause a pin or anything like that. Might as well get him to use his energy bars so that when we go for the Powerplex right here, nothing he can do about it.
Oh no!
Nothing he can do about it. And that's going to be all, man. You're not going to kick out of this, Doge. Alright, that is all for AJ Styles. Sting is the champion. And that's all for the SmackDown Wildcard Event. Let's proceed and collect our rewards. So here are our rewards for completing the SmackDown London Wildcard Event. Now let's go open whatever loot we have. So I went ahead and did some versus in between segments because my superstars were off cooldown, so I have a versus loot case to open. Let's open that first. Not really all that special, but it's something. So let's open that, see what I get. 1500 cash, so that doesn't hurt. I need all the cash I can get lately. Next up, we got event loot cases. 3-star keys. No! Ah, garbage. Whatever. More stuff to sell, I guess. Next. 3-star keys. 3-star key. Boo. The worst. It's the worst. It's literally the worst right now. Alright. 3-star loot cases. Some higher end 3 stars to overdrive, maybe? Nope. So starting out with the lowest 3-star you could possibly get. Overdrive level 6 for Bobby Roode. Next. Who's it gonna be? The Rock? John Cena? Of course not. Carl Anderson. Alright, that's fine. We're gonna use him at some point this week with all the wildcard stuff. So last 3-star loot case is going to be... Who's it going to be? The Ultimate Warrior, so that's alright. He's not one of the lower ends, so overdrive for the Ultimate Warrior, and we got 150 4-star keys out of those 3-star loot cases. I know that we haven't opened a 4-star loot case in a while, but we'll open one very soon. The events have been very dry as far as 4-star loot case keys go. I mean, last week there was only one event that gave any kind of 4-star keys, while before the nerf they used to give like 25s here and there, and that helped move things along, but it feels like they just want to screw us over now. But that's fine, we're just going back to the days before they added the 4-star keys to the events, and we just gotta grind it out the old-fashioned way. But I will open my next 4-star loot case 2 videos from now, so you have that to look forward to. Hopefully I get my 20th 4-star superstar from that. And that's gonna be all for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and share this video with whoever you want to share it with. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel to be notified about all upcoming videos, including more WWE Mayhem videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.